The surrounding here that we have, the connectivity which we share, the pain, the pleasure that we all share, that we go through, the empathy that we have for one another, for death, does that this this network of connectivity between us human as we live the life we learn from those who have been here before us. That is history. Or when we read a book, also that's their journey and their experience that we read, that we take, that we learn, that we could bring about from experience. When feeling down, who want to be around you? When they're so feeling down, you would want to be around them to help lift them up. That when you However, when you're feeling down, right, who's going to be around, who's going to be there for you? That's why self-love is vital, it's crucial, it's important. It is the answer for everything else, because self-love is universal love, because you are universal love. You are willingness to love oneself. The world, this world, this morning, the the past disappointment of worse, also the self observing up to certain use of this discernment. We have to be more assertive, which with the forceful, becoming a teacher instead of, yeah. It is Thursday morning. It is a really good day to come and be in tune with nature and allow yourself to just relax, clear your mind, clear your thoughts from this hazy, wavy uh, weeks, days has been passed since the smoke of the skies. But if you know how to able to exchange your oxygen for clear, because wearing masks to cover yourself, especially before the smoke happened, is really you smoking, you breathing your own toxic in and out. So that's why it's really more harmful wearing masks than it is not wearing masks. Just to protect yourself from the virus, the flu. That learn and educate yourself about how critical it would be. It's good to wear, yes, to protect yourself, right? But it's not necessary to wear it at all time to make it so dramatically, that it's becoming more Hollywood. That it need it's just as Hollywood make it so dramatic. Everything is just so movie like as well too. When everyone's walking around wearing a mask, I mean, is that something that we as a human species should be doing? Scare of something that we know not of, or it's always been like that. We're always using that the the sympathetic, the fight or flight um, sympathetic system within the nervous system that we is the limbic, the reptile brain that our ancestor has to when they were in their, what you call it, in the jungle, right? And we're not in that area no more. We're living in a so-called modern time, right? That's the what you call it, civilization, where there's concrete that built covering over a stack on top of mother nature's. But you know what, she's patient, and she will rise and grow, just like the phoenix rise from the ashes, just naturally grow and bloom, patient, gradually, gently, and strong as fruits, because the roots from the ground down deep roof is as high as the above the tree. Is, as you heard before, as above so below, as below so above. So here we are, trusting universal love to bring out the communication to vocalization, to the vibratory from this body and out of this mouth through the screen you see before you, to share this informative information that one have learned and now will share as we go along. And one is vaccinations. Make sure you know what it is that's in there if you want to set yourself free because you fear of the virus, because that vaccination certification of identifications, right, the COVID, that's what it stands for. And it has to do with our human race. What is civilization, and how does it build from our foundations? That's something that you need to learn and educate yourself. and move forward, and how we can come together lovingly with one another as well too, with understanding. But we need to ask you guys to be able to open your eyes, open your heart, be open and receptive. Don't be closed off, narrow minded, and assuming that you know everything already because you read the Bible, because you read the religious text scriptures, passing on from generation to generations the dogmas, those belief systems, BS belief system that has nothing to do with you now. And this now, if you want to call time, whatever, I prefer. That's why you hear me mention a lot about saying timelessness, because we live in this timelessness. There is no time. We are here now. The time is now. So at this now, we are seeing changes through context, to behavior, through informations, leaking information that is overwhelming, information that misleading, information that has been fabricated. That's the information is misleading, and it is could be mixed with toxic as well too. That's something that we need to be able to learn how to dissect in a way of using our discernment to distinguish the difference between what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's not. Mistake will be made, and that's okay. That's okay. Mistake is meant to be made so we can make the changes, because if you don't make a mistake, how are you gonna learn, right? We mentioned this, but it's just something that you also have to forgive yourself, because sometimes we beat ourselves up because we make some little minor mistake. We make that little little small mole of something like this or so, and we just turn this up and just explode that and just make a little mole into a mountain instead. And that mountain is just massive destructions. It's a self-destruction. It's your own detrimental that you don't listen to your own self or listen to others with attentively, because when they're trying to tell you something, don't excuse it, don't dismiss it. Listen, because they're trying to tell you something so you can be aware of this, bringing this awareness to your attention, to be aware, to hear something, not just from the media that you hear, that you see on the channel that you watch, whatever that is, right? The frequencies of it might not even be good, or obviously it's not good, because have you ever realized or questioning yourself that it's like how negative that is? Every time you see breaking news, everything you see is just like everything is just like right there. Everything I've been. This is over 5 years ago too. Then I stopped watching television since 06, 2006. So I want to share this with you as well too. A little bit about my background, what I have done, what I do, and what the practice that are leading us to where we are as well too, in the collective conscious, that we need to raise our conscious to have that love at heart, that where we go we got to carry that, because if you're not carrying the heart, the love at heart, where's the happiness, where's the trust, where's that parasympathetic, because you're always having that sympathetic to fight and flight. You're scared. Why you're scared of something that you know not of? you know there's no harm done to those who believe in oneself, who believe in oneself as universal love, who believe in God life force, which is the pranic, the life force, the lifetron. The nature here is beautiful. It is serenity. It is calm. It is peaceful. It is who we are, equal family, equally as an equal family. ECO, not EGO. Ego, no, not the ego that we have. Garuda, which have such respect for the mythology, because he is the kingdom of heaven himself, the king of where his kingdom is, his domain. However, when he stepped off his domain, off of his paradise, off his island, off his kingdom, he able to serve. So may I serve to be perfect, may I be perfect to serve, to be able to serve in a proper way, in the way that we know how, in a way that lift up humanity, in a way that is humanitarian, because we, as a spiritual light workers, as spiritual beings, as a peaceful warriors, as those who have been in this practice, because we, the beings with curiosity, just like a baby, always have curiosity, asking you questions, because they're curious. They have the wonder. It's wondrous. But now it seems like the older we get, the light in our eyes has been dimmed. It's not sparking like how it was before, with all those drive. The drive could be good, drive can be bad. It's depending on what kind of what drive you. The driven that get you going from here and there. You know, is it if it's serve a purpose? If it's a purpose like the purpose that we have, you know, there's our we are seeking for it because we are a seeker. We are it as the seekers. You know, we can be the seekers or we can be whatever how you want to be. It's your choice. The choice is that's just the free will that we have. That that free will we have that we take. We also gotta be careful and be wise, chosen. We can pick, choose whatever it is that we want. That's the free will. However, the destinations for the free will that you take, you have to make sure it is the one that your heart, the calling, will take you. No regrets, no regrets, just progress over perfections. We learn as we grow and we evolve through our psychology. Our physical has evolved as well too. From the baby, from the youth, adolescent, to adults, that's our manhood. And here we are at this age and now. And not delaying time. So you may hear the bird. You may hear the sound. You may hear the wind whisper softly with some knowledge bomb that we haven't yet heard of before. Be in tune, be in one, be immersed within yourself. Be love, be it, be the one. Be the you. You know who you are. I love you. And I love you, universal love. That's what you are. You are the God, or you're the goddess. Remember to always take a nice deep breath in. Take the nice fine-tuned breath. Breathe in soothingly, smoothly. Find a silence in your mind, especially at this now, or at this time if you prefer. Take good care of yourself every morning. Speak some beautiful, lovingly words to yourself. Something that's not good. Lovingly let it go. When that love does remain, it's going to be magnetized. Because love is what you are, and love is what you should be. And love is how we were born. Without love, there won't be us. Without the love from the Creator, we won't be here as well too, who mold us, who shape. And as we are the co-creator, we are doing that part as well too. Making this beautiful, magnificent body that we live in. Not just a bag of bone. Do not say it's a bag of bone. This is bone, flesh, and skin, skin, flesh, and bone. If you want to go to that direction, I would take you to a deeper direction to let you see things as they are. What do I mean by things as they are? To see pierce through the veil of your skin, bone, flesh, and skin. So dig deep in through the skin that you call it beautiful. So within the naked eye, you cannot see it, but within your own eyes of discernment, eyes of the virtue, eyes of the cultivation of the practice of comprising of loving, kindness, goodwill to others, and all the quality of aspect that we hold in ourselves voluntarily, to be the best that we can be. That is the best version. That's the quality that we want to hold, to possess with the quality and meditation at the same time. Those two here will transcend what is not good, right? That's when your meditation. When you transcend that, and then you put in what's good right on top. And that's how it works. And that's how you going from the roof of the fire desire chakra, ascend that up all the way up to the wisdom that one have learned. All right. So, yeah, sure. Let's go a little bit deeper to pierce through the veil of the body that you call beauty. It's beauty. Just from the surface of the eye that we see here, of the 3D dimensional. However, going deeper within yourself, Journey within. Let's have your eye closed for a second if you like. My eyes can be closed. Back erect, and let's get into the body that we call beautiful for a second, right? So this body here, it really isn't as beautiful as it is. So call it a skin first that we start before we pierce through it, right? You ready to pierce through the veil? You ready? All right. Always take a nice few inhalations and exhalations in your nostril and out your nostril, and then the last one always take out in your nostril and out your nostril. That's where the tipping point is. The tip of the nostril is where you want to focus at one point in this. Is where the breath is, where the anchor is, where your attention's awareness will be expand at the same time in the present now, and knowing that if it's not going to be dwelling or just trying to get out this body because you want to think about the past or plan for the future, you want to bring it right back in the center here and pull yourself back in here, pull it in, and center yourself to be grounded right here and right now, not delaying time. In this very moment, in this lovely time with this all with nature. You see lights. If you're outside, you're inside. Well, gently close your eyes, not too tight. All right, you don't want to shut off your optical nerve. All right, and now we start with the skin. Now think about the skin for a second, right? You know how thin layer the skin is, thinner than a piece of paper. As how I'm not sure if I have it cut anywhere here. I have been taking pretty good camera. So here, a little spot I will show you. Right there. Let me take it back. Right there. Okay, right there. So as it cut open right here, it is a really thin layer, and it hurts just a little bit, but it doesn't really. It sting if you touch it or you know it, but it doesn't really affect the mind very much because you're able to tolerate the pain. All right, it's not a cycle wave pain. This is a pain you tolerate with your goodwill. You're cutting up the karmic. You're cutting up your defilement at the same time. That's a pain that you endure. That's one of it too, and that's how you also develop the patience to abide the wrong of others, to tolerate the foolish, to tolerate the ignorant, to tolerate the arrogant. Right? That's how we become the sages, the soft, calm, and kindness we are, like water. Water is calm, water is soft, water is clear. Be clear. When it's clear, it's able to just chill. At the same time, it's ready to just when it's ready. That's for self-defense. Anyway, let's get back to the piercing of the veil to the skin. Within the skin here is very thin. Within the skin, you pierce through the flesh, the blood, then you pierce through the bone. Now, what part you see is beautiful or handsome? Take the hair that we cut, we trim. The piece of the hair that has been cut off, lift it up, look at it. Are you disgusted by it? The skin we see in the microscopic, through the lens if you can, or if you see through someone's face too, you see it. Is it what you call beautiful? Close up? Or it's just beautiful we see from a distance, just like we see the mountain, or we see the Seattle downtown, you know? It's really that. Because when I see it from the outside, when I see it really inside of downtown Seattle, you know, the building inside, because the library, it's nice, it's cool, whatever, you know, it's in construction, it's being built. It's being built. This is civilization, it's infrastructures, everything that has infrastructures has to do with a lot of the agendas. It has to do with a lot of the, you could say it mixed with the royalty, those with the higher class, whatever you want to call it now, you know? Nothing changes. The changes is just the name. Just the name they change to replace the names to make it sound less than how it was before, because it always has been and always will be in this concrete jungles. You know, covering Mother Nature, but can't be hitting for long because everything grow, everything evolve, everything always changes. It is inevitable that it come to the realizations of the infrastructure of the, did I mention civilization again, that is being built, that is being created, made. It's good. It's good. We just need to be able to lift the veil, to have the understanding, to come to the heart love, because you're a lover. You are the peaceful warrior. You are here to make a difference. Different for yourself. You don't really need to change anything. Everything is just the way it is. It's already good. But if you want to make a change, make sure it's going to be something good. I can't say, oh no, it's just, it's good the way it is already. Sure, um, Mother Nature does not resist. I don't resist. I go with the flow. However, go with the flow of the stream of life. Yes, cool. Go against the grain for the truth, wouldn't you? Take a moment right here and think for a second. Would you go against the grain to make a change for the better future to come? Because we live in a world where there's more animals human than the animal of our friends. Because as we can see, where are they? I don't know. I'm living in Seattle, Washington. Was raised here. I wasn't born here. I never really been the incast. I was more outcast. I never really be into the gang that I hung out with because I prefer to just hang out without having that label, this kind of gang or this kind of clique. However, the clique formed on its own organically at the age of 19, with me, my siblings, close friends. But then I grew up a bit quickly because things changes because it's just the same old thing, just drinking and just partying. It's just like, there has to be more life than just that. And so that's when it's all started. That's when it's all began. Where one seek out for life, for knowledge, seek out the window for wisdom. What is more out there than it is here? Seek out for answer to only discover that lies deep within oneself. Through discovery, through exploration, to self-discovery, to find self-actualization and self-realizations, and self-discovery and self-exploration, to seek light, to seek not just love, but to seek what's out there than it is here. To dive into books, to read scriptures, to be able to memorize, to recite the scriptures, to read different languages, to read English, to learn English, and to learn English so it could be translated from different languages so one could understand, could read, interpret for foreign English because that's what one have learned to learn and still learning as a matter of fact. Some want to learn Arabic, some learn Latin, some learn whatever language they want to learn. Some want to learn Sanskrit, and that's cool. But I appreciate the scriptures. Cannot dismiss it. The philosopher and the sage of the past. Those has those that have been here. They live. They have explored. They have wandered. They've been there, far and wide as well too. But also feel like everywhere you go, there you are. Which means when you're there, you gotta be there with all your heart. All the heart has to be there. Are you getting back to the pierce to the veil again? The bone, skin, flesh, and bone, flesh and skin, flesh and bone. Okay, well, that's where we learn about. We do a contemplation about the body, the compositions, the symmetries, just the the compositions of the body, how it the sweat, the saliva. Just when you start naming the skeletons, just how some doctors able to go and do surgeries under the skin and go home be able to make love to his wife because they're able to kind of blind that. But then that's a reality. The reality is what he see. The reality is that that's what you see inside the skin. That's what we see. If you were to see animals and getting slaughtered, killed, and served, and then before it get served and stuff like that, would you eat it too? We been hidden that within this matrix. We didn't get to see that. The food, how it's being um, how it's being prepped for us to go purchase in the store, and what is behind that distribution, this distributor, farmer and stuff like that, animals, how they raise the animals, the cattle and stuff like that, and the multiplications of food, so we can have to eat burgers or barbecue. We so much into ourselves. So this weekend I will see my boys and will educate them about reducing eating animal flesh, because my older one, he's eating quite a lot of it. His stomach's out. He's not active. When I say his stomach's out, he's becoming more Americanized, and that's not a good thing. I'm not putting down American people. Of course not. I'm talking about Americanized. There's a few things that's not good. Of course, I am Americanized. You can see how the way I dress or the way I wear. We all coming picking up from the modern time, so-called modern. Anyways, let's get back into this, because when you're stomaching out, that's fat coming out. That is the animal that you're eating. Oh, and you're young. We're not supposed to be eating like that. Where's all the animals at? Yeah, no, we maybe overpopulate ourselves, but we downsizing the other animals. They are beautiful themselves. And then there's also what animals, human, trying to get rid of human as well too, because overpopulated. That does not make sense. There's no crowded world. This inner space, it is very very vastness, spacious, and again timeless. That's three things: with the sun, the moon, and the earth. The sun and the moon and truth. The three things. I love you, and I care for you. Just want to bring the light to the dim of your spirits, your soul, or your heart, or the broken heart. There's no broken. You think it's broken. If it is, then crack it open with love. Bring it out. Share it. You're better. You're stronger. You're lovable. You're loving, because you have love and kindness towards all beings. You're gentle. You're humble. You show humility towards others. You play small. No more. No more shall you play small. It's okay for you to be alone, to live alone. Have love at heart. Practice, train, learn, read, grow, write, relaxations, meditation, samadhi. Train the mind to be the best version that you can be. friend, peaceful warrior, universal love, equal, friendly, equal, family. Push forth the fortitude of your sheer will, of consistent and persistent to be your best, to not be acquiesced to the massive, but just putting the mask on without protesting, just being consent. Okay, I will do it. Do not consent. We need to protest. Do not be acquiesced again. We cannot have that on for our generations and the next generation to come, and so forth and so on. Do you want to see your kids and yourself can continue wearing a mask like that? Do the research or to COVID-19. Do the research on the vaccination. Do your research on what's coming. Do your research. And the best thing you want to do for yourself mainly is do your own research on yourself. Know thyself, know yourself, learn about yourself. Who you are is who I am. Who am I? Is the connection that we have in the collective conscious. Who am I? I am of the nature to decay. I have not got beyond decay. I am of the nature to be decay. I have not got beyond decay. I am of the nature to die. I have not yet got beyond death. All that is mine, dear and delightful, will change and vanish. I am the owner of my karma, here to my karma, owner of my karma, really doing karma by supporting my karma. Whatever karma I shall do, whether it is good or evil, of that I shall be the heir. To recite for yourself and to recite for others is always great, because all being is the owner of the karma. Heir to the karma, born of the karma, related to the karma, by supported by the karma. Whatever karma they shall do, whether it's good or evil, of that they shall be their heir. They are the crown of the karma. You are the crown of your karma. Alright? You're here to your karma, by supported by your karma. So whatever karma you shall do, within the volitional action, the action you take, karma is action. The action you take, that's the propelling, the beginning of the turning of the wheel of the karma, whether it's good or evil. So that's what karma is. So do not have the misconception thinking, oh man, because of my karma. No, karma is action because of your action. You could say that too, but understand it deeply, more proficiently, profoundly, knowing what karma really is. Because there's a lot of misinterpretation when it comes to karma. Karma is the action. It hasn't yet. It's the action that you take. It's not the cost. The action is it become the cost, and the effect, you reap the fruit of the result. And I hope it's gonna be sweet, like dragon fruits. All right, let's pull yourself in. Full lotus positions. Practice meditation, practice samadhi. Practice for your well-being, practice for the heart. Practice to see clearly. Practice to cleanse your internal system. What do I mean by cleanse? Because when you're breathing in, you're circulating your internal system. You balance your digestive system. It's being balanced. It gives you the fullness of it. What do I mean by fullness of full? It makes you feel full without being too hungry, because you're filling your stomach with air. It's cleansing. You're breathing in and you're taking out the toxic. So when you're breathing in, you're trying to breathe out the toxic. How can you when the mass is being restricted? You're restricting your own breathing, and you cannot exchange the clean oxygen because you're breathing the mass that you're breathing, the toxic, the polluted. See why? Thus, I mentioned about exchange the oxygen native between you and nature. As you can see before you now, the leaf is changing, the photosynthesis, right? It's changing, the season's changing, feeling changing, things changing. Change is always going to be better, because changes is inevitable. Changes because it has to happen. Life is fluctuating, right? The feeling ourselves is oscillating as well too. You can feel it, you can see, you can sense it. Within this realm here, the eyes closed, we're in that another dimensions. You can say that's where we alter our consciousness. That's where we shift our mind. We shift our mind by shifting our, by hiding our mind, by setting ourselves, by not having any distraction, by letting the thought process flow, by immersing totally within our own self, within this body. Be one with nature. Be one. Feel it with the wind that's blowing through your hair, through your entire body. You could feel the sensation. The wind is touching your body. You can feel that tactile sensation. It feels so fresh and refreshing. It feels like home, you can say. It is timeless. It could bring you the memories, but the memories, it cannot be as mesmerizing, as pleasurable, pleasant as it is now. Because this is the actual feeling. You're feeling the sensation here, not delaying time. At this very moment, at this particular now, is living. Being in awareness, that is aliveness. What is aliveness? Aliveness is being now, feeling yourself, feeling the cold breeze of the wind through your skin. Your hair standing up because it's a little bit breezy, but it's okay. Your body is, its intelligence is able to adapt the coldness and be able to change the skin, the thickness of it somehow, and be able to infuse with the wind, and it's become colder and it's adapt to it. Like white dogs, they shed their skin for the summer because it's gonna be hot. They don't need too much hair, and somehow they grow some more hair or so whatnot, so it can be more, keep itself warm in the winter. Be human. We got shirt, do that jacket. We get even skin from our friends as well too. You know what I'm talking about. Remember to not disconnect yourself too much from our earth, grounding ourselves. Consume your vegetable. Consume your fruits, especially fruits. There's a lot of I have no idea that people really think fruit is evil because doctors say it. Let me tell you something. Doctors, they will prescribe you drugs. They're gonna heal you. They're not gonna cure you. Doctor's gonna keep you prescribing you the drugs. Either you're able to heal yourself, self-therapeutic, eating the right amount of food and nutrition with the nutritional value, the natural pathway, the holistic approach. Move the bodies. Eat well, eat right, eat healthy, eat clean. What do you mean by eating clean? That's bullshit in the fitness industry. Eating clean. How do I know? I'll tell you more later in the future. You don't get fat from eating fruit, so you know that. How do I know that? Whoa. I'm a fruitarian. I consume more fruit than vegetable. There's carbs in fruits. There's sweet in fruits. You eat to live. We eat to live, not live to eat. So there is no fat. Do I eat carbs, rice? I do. Noodles? Yeah. No, not so much. Just enough. A lot of fruits. A lot of fruits. Exotic fruits, many fruits, tropical fruits, regular fruits, all kind of fruits. All fruits that's whatever that Mother Earth produce. I love I love that. We'll talk more about fruits as well too. I enjoy it. The fallen leaf. The fallen leaf. Falling off the branch. The fallen leaf. Falling off nearby. They come here to listen. And I'm telling you when. It sounds like it's singing us a lullaby. When we hear that sound, sometimes we want to cry. Because we relate to it, it pierces the heart. Because we know that's where the heart is. Because that's where the heart is. Because the heart is the one that knows. The heart will guide you. The heart will take you where you need to be or to know who you are. The heart is where you call nirvana. When you cleanser, when you transcend the mind, purify your mind, get rid of the defilements, to cut up defilements, to cut off the feathers, to get rid of what is not serving you. Instead, what is not harmful? What is harmful? That's a question you want to ask yourself. That's the quality questions that it need to be addressed as well too. Before you do something, ask yourself: is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? We all fall into that. Oh shit! I make a mistake, and that's okay as well too. Mistakes meant to make so you won't happen again. Mistake meant to make so you will learn from it too. I beat myself for assuming that I make a mistake, but real it's not my mistake. It's something that has been, that's also an excuse that I all say, oh no, it's not my fault. It's not her fault. It's we both agree to it as well too. It's just that um, there's going to be one trying to blame another. That's just a game that they like to play. Either you want to participate or you just like be, just be. Because if you're gonna partake in the neurotic that's episode, you're gonna play with it. It's gonna reoccurring again. That's a cycle, the vicious cycle. So when it's gonna stop? It's when you don't dip your feet in there again. Take yourself out, and that's when, my friend, peaceful warrior, is when you become unchanged, untanglement, to be free from enmity, to be free from suffering, to be free from trouble of mind and body, to be free is your birthright. To be free as a free spirit, it is a continuum of living and to be serving others by lighting it up. It's very interesting here too. The site is beautiful. The view of the tree is just like falling, spiraling, showing you because in life it's all about spiral. Everything's spiral. You probe into something, you want to learn more into it, it spiral down even more. You want to know more about it, it spiral down even more. The best thing you want to do is journey inward. So everything you learn when your own dharma to experience oneself here and now, not delay in time, because now that's when you know for oneself who you are. Because think about the world now too. Every time you think about it, it's always branching out. What do you mean by branching out? Because you gotta wait until tomorrow before what happened next. What's next? What's next? The ego said, "What's next? What's next? What's up? What's up with you? No, what up? What's next? What's next? It's always gonna be coming. It's always coming. So what's next with you? And what's up with you? Oh, I'm loving you because I'm loving you because you're doing the thing that you do. Sitting there and being magnificent, being the illuminated light worker, peaceful warrior, Kuan Yin you are, the goddess, the phoenix, the rising from the ashes, the beautiful Cleopatra, the beautiful Mona Lisa, the beautiful artistic you are, the lie, the beauty, the curve, the quirk, the the weirdness, cuteness that you are. Your beauty is splendor. You give eyes the pleasure to view and brighten up the day that it could be gloomy. We appreciate you for your beauty. Gratitude. Remember to breathe gently, calmly. The purpose of meditation is also to bring yourself to center, to bring yourself into tranquility, to drink the fruit of wisdom, to plug the fruit of knowledge, and consume the juice of the informations of the ages, of the past sages that does likewise. Quieten your mind. Be magnanimous. Have love at heart. Fear not. You are here to be more. You think you're already enough. If you want to become more or do more, be more, you may. Just know that you are enough. But you want to be more. Of course, we all do. Is there enough for the ego? Appreciate what is, while we strive for the more that we want. There's always a higher tree to climb, to bear the fruits. Is it sweeter up there? Who knows? As a curious creature, animals, we are. Like a monkey mind, we say, to compare ourselves with a monkey. We're moving like a monkey. Our mind's like that too, like a monkey. But we, curious, also like a monkey too, like Curious George, right? So we go ahead and be curious. Take a peek, go explore. Lift up the skirt to see what's down there. Oh, hey, God, how you doing? I'm just kidding. Hey, what's up, mother? You're having wonderful. You've been nurturing us. Hey, mother, you're so beautiful. You shine so bright each morning. When dusk comes, oh, Father, you shine illuminated the light so bright for us animals, those who traveling, wandering, going from land to land. You know, and we appreciate it. Even the wolf appreciates you all the time. They howl to you all the time. It's like, we appreciate you. Oh! I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching this as well too. So, thank you for joining me today, and have a blessing day. Take care of your mind. That's where you find a peace of mind. Carry the heart of love, because you're the lover. You're a peaceful warrior. Universal love. It's always going to be there with you. It's always there for you. Not delaying time. It's always there for you. Trust me. Being receptive. Cleanse the heart. Transcends the mind. Listen. Do not be too distracted. What do I mean by distracted? I'm sorry. Let me extend this a little bit more. We're being distracted too much communication of the electronics. Too much communication through electronics. We giving too much attention to YouTube on there. Kids holding a PC, holding their cell phone, holding their laptop, What else PC? Holding the tablets, holding some gadget, holding the headphone, the big ginormous headphone, or whatever headphone is. I have a little small, but I was gonna wear it, so I'll wear it next time. So I think maybe the vocalized through here, you can hear more better through this audio. Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, I would like to say thank you for viewing. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's Thursday. Get out there, get some fresh air. The sun is out. The sun is out. Soria. Sun salutation is always great. Putting down to your third eyes. Bring it because we see it, because we know it. We see you. We believe in you. We trust in you. I love you. Take care. Oh, yes. Namaste. Peace of mind and love of heart. Bye now.